The longer I stay sober, which is almost 21 years, the more aware I am of what's going on. The more aware I am of what's going on, um, the more I know I must do something to try and make changes and make a difference. I've been around a long time, much longer than I ever planned, and only a few times in history can I remember seeing the world so divided. We should be coming together, looking past the differences. We have divisions in religion, race, politics, sexual preference, lifestyles, jobs, economics, and on and on and on. I'm pretty sure God did not intend to set it up this way. When I look at a person, I do not see their color of their skin or their nationality. I see them as another person. I've been around all different types of people, having lived across the country and even living in Spain. I've had to look beyond the differences, and sometimes it's quite difficult, but most of the time it works out. This is going to be full mixed things I want to deal with, so here we go. I'm reading out for this. In 2 weeks, on 26th, happy birthday, Mick Jagger, I will be turning 63, and I feel closer to 80. It used to be a big deal, but nowadays it's just a reminder of what was taken away. To be honest, a birthday to me now, it just means I'm 1 year closer to my graduation from this school of hard knocks. And I survived another year, by the grace of God. I do not recall the last time I had a party, since it's extremely rare to actually see anybody during the week. I generally treat it like any other holiday, just another day, just another day. Now I know, yes, the twitch is still happening. I know some people are getting upset at my being an activist. Well, when you've had your friend shot in the back, you've seen more pain and sorrow and more homeless than anyone should have to. It wakes you up. There are numerous causes I've been campaigning for since '81, and I will until my last breath to go home. Whether others like it or not, it's too bad. Being I am technically medically dying from 4 medical conditions plus the other 14 to deal with, actually I shouldn't have to care. I could very easily just throw my meds away, put my head in the sand and say, whatever, que sera, sera. Let the nuts do what they want. However, that is not me. I'm an activist because I care. There's very little I have not seen or gone through myself. It makes people uncomfortable, especially in this status quo and the politically incorrect society. But when the future of the planet and humanity is at risk, somebody has to take a stand against the injustices and do something. If I didn't care, I wouldn't be signing the numerous petitions, making the videos, or posting them online with hope that people would sign them and care. This is not the time to be apathetic, to be selfish, to be yuppie, to be materialistic. Time is at hand. The universal time clock gets closer to midnight. And it is up to us to make damn sure that it never hits that. We can turn things around. Despite what the doomsayers are saying, which I'm ignoring, I have to convince myself that things can't turn around for the sake of my sobriety and my sanity. If I honestly believed things were going to get worse, I honestly could say I would throw in the towel now. But as a pacifist and idealist, I know it's a bad word nowadays, but I have to believe there's enough good people, enough awake people, that we can make a difference. We did in the 60s, we did in the 80s, we did in the Occupy Street movement, and by God, we can do it again. It is a living miracle that I'm still here. I'd like to question the hundreds of times why. I'm pretty sure one of them is to try to help people in recovery and try to wake up the walking dead, walking the planet. In a few days, ouch. I would have been out of work, phased out 2.5 years, and it has been extremely, extremely painful and extremely scary. Thankfully, I finally got approved for disability. However, I still do not know when the letter will arrive, how much I'll make, and how much I pay for the attorney, and so forth. It's not going to get me out of the danger zone, but it will help considerably. I am having to walk on faith with my higher power, which I quoted, choose to call God, on faith and look beyond the five senses. And in the five senses, I am utterly petrified. God is doing for me what I cannot do for myself. Despite being thrown over here in this lonely town, Phoenix, I'm still alone 90-95% of the time. I've had over 3 million views on my Google Plus account. However, I'm still alone most of the time. My other half, who said that she'd be there for me and support me, is not. He's there in body, and that's about it. I don't know where it's going to head, but we shall see. I've already left about 10 sites on Google Plus. I want to stay on the 4 that I'm on now. I have 700 and something followers. Most of them I don't know. I haven't had the time to go through them and figure out what's what. I have a few wishes for my birthday, and none of them are really materialistic. Maybe. One is that the recovery letter finally comes in, so I'll know what my next step is. 2 is that humanity learns how to love one another and look beyond differences, and we can truly be a civilized society, not the way it is actually now. We can cut down all these murders and violence and all this hatred. To all my fellow baby boomers who have sold out, who believe the lie that more is better and you have to keep up with the Joneses, have to have the biggest house, the fanciest car, the latest toy, and all the other lies, man, that is not going to bring you security. You came in this world with nothing, and you will leave with nothing. What you do for each other and for the planet is a hell of a lot more important than all the material goods you can acquire. Even though I've been out of work for 2.5 years, I'm still helping the homeless and donating to the homeless shelter. I'm making the videos out of concern and because I care. Um, I have been called every name in the book, in person and online, but I just consider the source. Um, as an ancient hippie, I feel like I'm in a different planet, universe, reality, concept, whatever. And of all the drugs I've ever been on, reality seems to be the strangest trip I've ever taken. And because again, my birthday wish is that people will learn how to get along, cool out, calm down, take a deep breath, breathe in life, stop the hatred and the violence and the murders, and learn how to get along. God only sees us one way, as humans. He does not see us as a religion. He sees us as a created being that He created. And I'm sure His heart is like mine, is being torn in two over what He sees, what's going on. Remember, the 60s dream was bigger than that generation. The dream of love and peace and unity must continue on to today and to the future. So with that, I will walk back in 105-degree heat to the pad, and people, if I didn't care, I wouldn't be making the videos. I wouldn't be posting everything. I could very easily disappear. I care because I know what it's like to hurt and be in pain. The last 4 years have been the most painful time in my life, so it is truly a miracle I'm still alive and I'm still sober. Anyway, remember, love and peace is the answer. Make love, not war. With that, I will close. Bye.